festivals, and then which interesting to me, then we did Jewish film festivals, and that was very nice. I mean, it was kind of a different, it was a little bit of a different crowd in some ways. I mean, it's actually a great mix. So you kind of went through that process for a couple of years, and we got great response, got great reviews, but we never ended up getting a distribution deal. We kind of flirted with Lionsgate and the Spirit movie, and that never really quite worked out for us. So really, it was a choice that we had to make. Were we going to get this out for people? And I felt very, very strongly that we could do it, especially in this day and age where you can sort of do it yourself, these kind of things. And it's not crazy expensive, and you can come to conventions and you can do it. But so we basically, again, like we did the movie, myself and Chris Shackman and my brother John, we just sort of donated our time and Chris mostly, and just put the DVD together and manufactured it, and now we're selling it. We're selling it on our website, we're selling it here at Comic Convention, we're selling it on Amazon. So it's a process.
Well, in 2007, there seemed to have been, I was paying attention a lot, but I'm a huge Eisner fan.
Yeah.
There seemed to be a push upward to get his interest up. Mainly, in fact, because of the Spirit movie was coming out.
Right.
And then it seemed to have dropped down because Spirit doesn't seem to have that box office smash. But I hear rumors going around that there's a contract with God production starting up.
Yes.
Do you feel that soon, considering the fact that contract requires a lot different material, we might see a huge spike in Eisner interest?
I mean, I think so. I think that the guys that are doing the contract with God, I personally have a huge amount of faith in them wanting to be true to the material, and that that they're going to do the best movie they can. I mean, obviously in film there's so many variables about making a movie, but I think if a good movie can be made with contract with God, it really kind of opens the door to, Will, as you know, Will has an incredible wealth of great material, and that I think I think so, and there's going to be a new biography out that Michael Schumacher has done, Michael here, which is a great publisher, Bloomsbury. So I think that will elevate Will's, what do you say, Will's not exposure, but profile, I guess. I think there's always people who, I found, there's such this core group, I don't know if it's a group, but there's just sort of this people that just love Will, and I think, I found, it's young and old, and I think that people are always coming into it, and I always, what I love about the movie and what we really tried to do was to kind of expand Will Eisner to people that wouldn't normally read comic books or know who Will was. And what has been great for me about the movie is I think in some way that we've succeeded, because people will come up to me after screenings and say, where can I get a contract with God? And that's really, for me, that's kind of all you want. You want someone to read a contract with God and be blown away, and then there's another fan and there's another person that appreciates Will's work.
All right, so let's do some Will talk. Favorite Eisner book? The contract with
God
like saying,
is like
what's your favorite letter, right?
Yeah, I love the Spirit, so I got, but one of the things about this movie was honestly, I have to, truthfully, I had not really read that many of the graphic novels. I'd read A Contract with God and some other things, but in the process of this, I read them all, and I just was like, oh my, I really was blown away. So, I sort of have, there's sort of two sides. So the Spirit I love to death, with the Warren reprints and all.
Yeah.
That's where I was kind of exposed to him, and Jules Feiffer's books. I'd say The Dreamer.
The Dreamer.
I know,
wow.
and I know I'm in the minority in that, but there's something about, and maybe it's because in the process of making the movie that there were, maybe the contract with God is here, then maybe the next, The Dreamer. I know. But I love The Dreamer. I think The Dreamer, I also think The Dreamer would make a great movie too. It's just like this, maybe it's because I was making the movie in this process of these guys in the studio and sort of knowing who all the guys were and knew Will. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Gypsy Avenue.
Yeah.
Gypsy Avenue, because growing up, I was a history freak. I went to college. I studied education and history.
Yeah.
So, being a fictional story taking place throughout the history of New York City on this one block in the Bronx, that I thought that was very like different and very, because I did try to use that in my classroom.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I taught an adult literacy class, and I used Gypsy Avenue, and like you had the parents. These were parents who were in their 30s, 40s on second grade reading levels, so graphic novels were best for them. Yeah. You had to see them; they were going crazy. They're like,
"Oh, that's amazing.
I hate this guy. How's she gonna leave him for him? It was like, and I like the fact that he transcends so many people just by the fact he puts so much heart in. Just the material he covers.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. It's just like how much heart he put into it. Like how much, like when he started doing it.
All right, thanks for listening to the second part. For more information about the movie, you can check it out at the website, or you can also order it both on Blu-ray and on DVD, or you can just conveniently order it off of Amazon. Once again, this is Gabe from Strangers with Comics. Check out our website, leave feedback, and check out our weekly podcast. Thank you very much.